It's a lovely day for racing here at Interlagos as we watch these drivers warm up and get ready for the race. With just 287 minutes left before we move to qualification, there is not long left for these drivers to finish their preparations. Mr. Bang is on their practice out lap. Armin Sunoiler has a best lap time of 1:26.268. There are just over 285 minutes left in this practice session. There are just over 285 minutes left in this practice session. Armin Sunoiler has a best lap time of 1:26.268. Mr. Bang is on their first practice flying lap. Armin Sunoiler posted 1:26.291 on their last lap. How will they do on this one? Mr. Bang is on their first practice flying lap. With just 282 minutes left before we move to qualification, there is not long left for these drivers to finish their preparations. Mr. Bang is on their first practice flying lap. Armin Sunoiler has a best lap time of 1:26.218. Mr. Bang posted a 1:27.852 on their last lap. How will they do on this one? There are just over 280 minutes left in this practice session. There are just over 280 minutes left in this practice session. Armin Sunoiler has a best lap time of 1:26.218. Mr. Bang posted 1:26.920 on their last lap. How will they do on this one? Armin Sunoiler has a best lap time of 1:26.218. With just 278 minutes left before we move to qualification, there is not long left for these drivers to finish their preparations. Just Insert has a best lap time of 1:21.875. Robin Overbeck posted 2:24.320 on their last lap. How will they do on this one? Just Insert posted a 1:21.941 on their last lap. How will they do on this one? With just 276 minutes left before we move to qualification, there is not long left for these drivers to finish their preparations. There are just over 275 minutes left in this practice session. There are just over 275 minutes left in this practice session. Robin Overbeck has a best lap time of 1:23.472. Roll Postma has a best lap time of 7:49.680. Armin Sunoiler posted a 1:30.538 on their last lap. How will they do on this one? Robin Overbeck posted 1:24.708 on their last lap. How will they do on this one? With just 272 minutes left before we move to qualification, there is not long left for these drivers to finish their preparations. Robin Overbeck has a best lap time of 1:23.222. Megasaurus 55 has a best lap time of 1:23.895. There are just over 270 minutes left in this practice session. There are just over 270 minutes left in this practice session. There are just over 270 minutes left in this practice session. Smells Like We is on their first practice flying lap. Stefano Canonica posted a 1:24.525 on their last lap. How will they do on this one? Armin Sunoila posted 1:25.489 on their last lap. How will they do on this one? With just 268 minutes left before we move to qualification, there is not long left for these drivers to finish their preparations. Stefano Canonica has a best lap time of 1:24.525. Mr. Bang posted a 9:16.170 on their last lap. How will they do on this one? Roll Postma posted 122.744 on their last lap. How will they do on this one? Stefano Canonica has a best lap time of 124.452. Let's get this qualifying session underway here at Interlagos.
Strap in, folks, because we're in for a wild ride.
It looks like Mr. Bang is getting ready to make their move. They're taking their time to warm up those tires and get everything just right.
These are the moments that really matter. Let's see if Mr. Bang can deliver.
Just Insert is on their outlap. It's all about strategy in these early moments. Armin Sunoiler is taking their time to prepare for their qualifying run and get everything just right. Stefano Canonica has completed their outlap. Stefano Canonica has completed their outlap. The adrenaline is pumping. Mr. Bang is on their outlap, warming up the tires and getting ready to put in a fast lap time. Wow, look at Just Insert go. They're really turning on the jets in this qualifying session. Just Insert has completed their outlap. There are just over 15 minutes left in this qualification session. Armin Sunoiler has just completed that lap in 1:24.675. Their best lap so far is 1:24.675, putting them in P6. Will they be able to hold on to that spot? I think I just saw a blur flyby. Oh wait, that's just Stefano Canonica going at lightning speed.
Well, Rob, it seems like Stefano Canonica has got the need for speed, and nothing is going to stop them now.
Stefano Canonica will be happy having put themselves into 5th in this qualifying session. Roll Postma is on their first flying lap.
Absolutely, Royal Postma is showing the world what they're made of.
Roll Postma has completed their first flying lap in 1:22.564. Someone call the fire department, because Megasaurus 55 is setting this track on fire with their performance.
I think we might need to start calling Megasaurus 55 the Flash, after that incredible lap time. What do you think, Rob?
Megasaurus 55 will be happy having put themselves into 4th in this qualifying session.
Every fraction of a second counts. I'm sure they can find a little extra in there.
Looks like Just Insert is channeling their inner Schumacher today. They're absolutely flying out there.
It's amazing what a little bit of adrenaline and a lot of horsepower can do, right, Rob? Just Insert is just showing us all what they're made of.
Just Insert will be happy having put themselves into 1st in this qualifying session. Woohoo! Roll Postma is really turning up the heat out there. I'm getting goosebumps just watching them go. I don't know about you, but I think Robin Overbeck might have a secret rocket booster hidden in their car. They're just that fast. Someone call the fire department, because Smells Like We is setting this track on fire with their performance.
Is it just me, or does it feel like we're watching a superhero in action here?
Smells Like We is absolutely smashing it. Looks like Robin Overbeck is channeling their inner Schumacher today. They're absolutely flying out there. Robin Overbeck will be happy having put themselves into 3rd in this qualifying session. Robin Overbeck will be happy having put themselves into third in this qualifying session.
It may be difficult for them to improve further on that. Sometimes trying too hard makes you slower. They need to drive smooth and smart.
There are just over 10 minutes left in this qualification session. There are just over 10 minutes left in this qualification session. Megasaurus 55 will be happy having put themselves into fourth in this qualifying session.
Every fraction of a second counts. I'm sure they can find a little extra in there.
I think I just saw a blur flyby. Oh wait, that just smells like we going at lightning speed. Woohoo, Armin Sunoiler is really turning up the heat out there. I'm getting goosebumps just watching them go.
Looks like Armin Sunoiler is really cooking with gas out there today.
Time to bring out the marshmallows and let's toast some fuel. Armin Sunoiler has some work to do as that 124.058 is only good enough for 7. I don't know about you, but I think smells like we might have a secret rocket booster hidden in their car. They're just that fast.
Well, Rob, it seems like Smells Like We has got the need for speed and nothing is going to stop them now.
Someone call the fire department because Armin Sunoiler is setting this track on fire with their performance. I think I just saw a blur flyby. Oh wait, that just smells like we going at lightning speed. Smells like we has some work to do as that 123.705 is only good enough for 6th. Woohoo, Armin Sunoiler is really turning up the heat out there. I'm getting goosebumps just watching them go.
It's amazing what a little bit of adrenaline and a lot of horsepower can do, right, Rob? Armin Sunoiler is just showing us all what they're made of.
I don't know about you, but I think Stefano Canonica might have a secret rocket booster hidden in their car. They're just that fast. Armin Sunoiler looks to be off the pace. Hal, what do you think they need to do to improve? Armin Sunoiler has some work to do as that 124.810 is only good enough for 7.
There's still more time to be had, but I don't know if they are going to find it before the session is over.
There are just over 5 minutes left in this qualification session. There are just over 5 minutes left in this qualification session. Roll Postmo is not as quick as they were hoping for. They're going to need to dig deep and find some extra pace on this next one if they want to move up the grid.
Well, Rob, they'll need to find those extra tenths of a second by pushing just a little bit harder on the braking and carrying more speed through the corners.
Megasaurus 55 looks to be off the pace. Hal, what do you think they need to do to improve? Roll Postmo is not as quick as they were hoping for. They're going to need to dig deep and find some extra pace on this next one if they want to move up the grid. Looks like Smells Like We is channeling their inner Schumacher today. They're absolutely flying out there. I think I just saw a blur flyby. Oh wait, that's just Stefano Canonica going at lightning speed.
I think we might need to start calling Stefano Canonica the Flash after that incredible lap time. What do you think, Rob?
Impressive work from Armin Sunoila, who has claimed 7th on the grid. Now, the focus is on maintaining their composure and pushing for an even better starting position. Smells Like We has secured a respectable 6th in the qualifying session. Can they capitalize on this position and use it as a launching pad for a stronger race performance?
Absolutely, Rob. Smells Like We has shown great potential to secure 6th. It's now a matter of channeling that momentum into a strong performance during the race.
It's an impressive showing by Stefano Canonica, currently in 5th. They've showcased their talent, but will they be able to find those crucial extra tenths of a second to climb higher?
I completely agree, Rob. Stefano Canonica has positioned themselves impressively in 5th. However, it's crucial for them to keep pushing to potentially improve their starting position.
A solid performance from Smells Like We as they currently hold position 6. However, with the session coming to a close, they'll need to find that extra bit of speed if they want to move up the grid. What a performance from Megasaurus 55. They currently occupy 4th on the grid. Can they maintain this strong position and secure a favorable starting spot?
You're absolutely right, Rob. Megasaurus 55's current position of 4th reflects their strong qualifying performance. Now they'll need to strategize and capitalize on this starting position.
Stefano Canonica has put in a great effort and currently holds 5th. With the session winding down, can they unleash their full potential and improve their starting position?
Great analysis, Rob. Stefano Canonica has shown excellent pace to secure 5th. Now the focus shifts to whether they can use their track position to their advantage in the race.
A strong showing from Megasaurus 55 as they currently sit in 4th. With the session drawing to a close, they'll need to dig deep and find that extra burst of speed to improve.
You hit the nail on the head, Rob. Megasaurus 55's current position of 4th is a testament to their skill and determination. Now, they must stay sharp to make the most of this opportunity.
A solid qualifying performance by Stefano Canonica. Stefano Canonica will be happy having put themselves into 5th in this qualifying session. You've joined us on a breezy day here at Interlagos as we're getting ready to kick things off.
The tension's building now. This is going to be another great race.
Just Insert has got the inside track starting from pole position. The second position belongs to Robin Overbeck.
Robin Overbeck will be expecting to bring home solid points.
Roll Postma has qualified 3rd.
Putting that 2016 Oreca 07 LMP2 into prime position for the race.
Lining up in 4th is Megasaurus 55. Stefano Canonica is placed in 5th. Smells Like We will be looking to gain ground quickly as they start from 6th on the grid.
Smells like we will have wanted a better start than 6th.
Armin Sunoiler is lining up 7th. The lights are off, the gloves are on, and it's go time.
These racers gotta be both fierce and patient. Can't afford no slip-ups if they're aiming for that winner's circle.
It's a real fine line, Hal.
Gonna be one heck of a first run, tell ya that. Can't wait to see how this shakes out.
The pressure is on whilst the field is bunched. Who can keep their cool and take advantage?
There are a few drivers with a point to prove and a few with some grudges to bear. Will we see a clean race today?
All the drivers will be trying to take advantage of the pack whilst they're still bunched up. These early salvos will shape the outcome of this race.
It all comes down to this, Rob, where the rubber meets the road. There's no more time for talk, no more practice. The teams have done all they can, now it comes down to Armin Sunoiler to bring it home.
The stewards will be hoping that there aren't too many incidents for them to pick over when the dust settles on this one. Hang on to your cork hats, mates. We're about to see more jousting than a footy final between Smells Like We and Armin Sunoiler. It's looking good for Smells Like We, who has gained places and put some distance between themselves and Armin Sunoiler. The pressure is really on for Smells Like We in fourth as Stefano Canonica is closing in. This is where experience and skill really count.
If Stefano Canonica gets any closer to the back of Smells Like We, then one of them is going to need some lube if they want to take this further.
Look at that, Stefano Canonica is hot on the tail of Smells Like We.
There's a razor-thin line between glory and disaster, and both drivers are dancing right on it.
It's an intense battle for position as Smells Like We tries to outmaneuver Armin Sunoiler. This is edge-of-your-seat racing.
It's a battle of nerves now. Who will make the first mistake, Smells Like We or Armin Sunoiler? This is high-stakes racing.
The action is non-stop as Armin Sunoiler shadows Stefano Canonica through every twist and turn, determined to claim third. The tension is palpable. Who will come out on top in this epic showdown? The gap between Smells Like We and Armin Sunoiler is growing. It's now up to 0.4 seconds. We often hear drivers complaining about tire graining. Hal, can you explain what that means and how it affects car handling?
Graining occurs when small rubber particles roll up on the tire's surface, reducing grip and negatively affecting handling. It usually happens when the tires are not in their optimal temperature window or when a driver is pushing too hard on a cold or overworked tire.
This is what racing is all about. Two fierce competitors pushing each other to the limit.
It's going to be a close one. Smells Like We will have to push hard to create an opportunity.
I'm sure Armin Sunoiler in fourth is starting to notice Smells Like We is right on their tail and is still closing that gap. Can Armin Sunoiler, can they hold on to their position? Armin Sunoiler is hitting the apexes like a pro, increasing their lead over Smells Like We, but can they keep it up without spinning out?
That's right, Rob. It's all fun and games until someone pops a tire. Let's hope both of them can keep it on the black stuff.
Tough break for Armin Sunoiler, who has just lost a position. A strong showing from Armin Sunoiler, who is currently sixth. The gap between Stefano Canonica and Smells Like We is not insurmountable, but it's going to take a mistake from Stefano Canonica to bring Smells Like We into play.
That's very true, and Smells Like We knows that as well. They have to drive their own race and wait for Stefano Canonica to make a mistake, if they want to have any chance of overtaking.
The race is heating up as Smells Like We in fourth closes in on Stefano Canonica. The gap is just over a second, and I'm sure they're going to do everything possible to try and close the distance. They're not giving up without a fight. Stefano Canonica is placed third at the moment. They are hoping to keep their distance ahead of Smells Like We, who is 1.7 seconds behind. Stefano Canonica's pushing harder than a kangaroo in a boxing match, widening their lead over Smells Like We. They've found their rhythm like a didgeridoo player in full swing.
It's clear that Stefano Canonica is dominating right now. They're making it very difficult for Smells Like We to catch up.
A solid performance from Roll Postma, who is holding down fifth. He's pulling away. Roll Postma is increasing the gap to Megasaurus 55.
You ain't whistling Dixie, Rob. Royal Postma's putting on a show that's sure to keep the crowd on the edge of their seats.
It's all about consistency for Stefano Canonica, who is currently third. Well, butter my biscuits, Hal. Stefano Canonica is watching their lead over Smells Like We shrivel faster than a prude in the sun. We're down to just 3.0 seconds. It's a brilliant day for racing here at Interlagos. I'm really enjoying this.
This race is truly epic. What a treat to be sat here witnessing this spectacle.
Stefano Canonica is placed third at the moment. It's looking good for Smells Like We, sitting in fourth. It seems like Smells Like We is pushing. They are on for recording their best lap so far this race. The gap might be more than a second, but Robin Overbeck is showing persistence. Kind of like me trying to open a pickle jar. Keep at it, and something's got to give. Looking at the lap times, Robin Overbeck is not on pace with just insert can they turn it around? Armin Sunoiler's duffed it up. They're gonna need more than a Colby to forget that one.
Did the wind contribute to that? It's blowing at 7 kph out there right now.
Everyone's on the edge of their seats, or in my case, on the edge of spilling my coffee. Roll Postmo is getting closer to Smells Like We, and I'm getting closer to needing a towel.
It's a nail-biting race for sure, with both drivers showing incredible skill and determination. But Smells Like We is not going to give up their position easily. This is going to be a battle to the very end, with Royal Postma and P5 doing everything they can to catch up.
Looks like Smells Like We is testing the off-road capabilities of their ride. Hold that thought. Hold the phone. Smells Like We is pitting. Oh, we've got trouble here. Smells Like We is coming up fast on Roll Postma, but it looks like they're going too fast to make that maneuver.
Absolutely right, Rob. And let's not forget Smells Like We has already had a few close calls this race. They need to start driving smarter if they want to finish it all.
A strong showing from Just Insert, who is currently first. Just Insert needs to get more consistent. Hal, they have just put in a slower lap than Robin Overbeck. Things are going according to plan for Armin Sunoiler, who is currently 7th. It seems like Armin Sunoiler is struggling. Their last lap time wasn't as good as Smells Like We.
It will be interesting to see if Smells Like We can keep outpacing Armin Sunoiler.
A solid performance from Megasaurus 55, who is holding down third. Megasaurus 55 is burning rubber like there's no tomorrow. Roll Postma needs to show some ticker if they want to close the gap.
Well, Rob, as we say in North Carolina, the race ain't over till the checkered flag. Let's see if Royal Postma has some tricks up their sleeve. That's exactly what Megasaurus 55 needed to do.
Armin Sunoiler is placed 7th at the moment.
Absolutely, and they need to keep driving with determination to stay in that position.
Armin Sunoiler is on a charge. Their split time shows they have upped their pace. The drivers are really pushing their limits out there on the track.
It's like they're trying to outrun the laws of physics, but we all...
Hold on a moment. Superb driving from Armin Sunoiler, who with that overtake has gained a position in the race. It's looking good for Armin Sunoiler, sitting in 6th. The stretch ahead of Roll Postma is more baffling than a kangaroo's logic in a trivia contest. They'll need both wit and whimsy to chart a course through.
Looks like trying to square dance on a slick floor a Euro, but there's rhythm yet to be found. Now, racing is a lot like Southern Barbecue a Euro. It's all about patience and keeping the heat just right. So let's see if Roll Postma can cook up a comeback.
It's a classic case of chasing down the car ahead for Robin Overbeck, who is currently in P2, but Just Insert is not making it easy, and the gap remains over a second. This will require some expert driving from Robin Overbeck.
It's moments like these that make motorsports so exciting. We're witnessing a battle of skill and strategy between two great drivers, with Robin Overbeck in second determined to catch up. But we know Just Insert isn't just going to hand it to them on a plate. Robin Overbeck is going to have to take it. It should be an interesting battle to watch as long as they can close that gap.
It's all about consistency for Armin Sunoiler, who is currently 6th. A brilliant maneuver from Armin Sunoiler, who has just moved up the field. There's a storm brewing, and it's got Roll Postma's name on it. Megasaurus 55, batten down the hatches, it's coming for you. It's not going to plan for Roll Postma. They are still behind Megasaurus 55 and the gap is increasing. I don't think they have an answer for this right now. A strong showing from Just Insert, who is currently 1st. Just Insert's lead is shrinking faster than ice cream in the outback sun. At this rate, Robin Overbeck will be on their tail in 2.4 seconds. Things are going according to plan for Armin Sunoiler, who is currently 5th.
Definitely, but they can't get too comfortable. There are plenty of other drivers who are gunning for that position, and Armin Sunoiler has to keep pushing to stay on the pace.
Blimey, Megasaurus 55's just thrown another shrimp on the barbie of mishaps. This one's burnt. This is wheel-to-wheel racing at its finest. The drivers are practically glued together as they fight for every inch of track. It's a battle you don't want to miss. Look at this howl, what a shame for Megasaurus 55. They've lost P3 to Roll Postma, and that's got to hurt.
Now ain't that a hoot and a holler? Megasaurus 55's got to rev up their engine and get back in the groove while Roll Postma's riding the wave and showing some serious grit.
The horizon that Roll Postma peers towards is as enigmatic as the Uluru at dusk. Breaking update, Megasaurus 55 is in the pits. The gap between Just Insert and Robin Overbeck is pretty substantial right now. It's probably going to take a mistake from Just Insert to even allow Robin Overbeck to get a look in.
Hold your horses there, races can flip like pancakes on a Sunday morning. Robin Overbeck's just got to keep the fire burning and the rubber turning.
Even though Robin Overbeck is a fair way behind Just Insert, they can't afford to let their guard down. Just Insert is still vulnerable to mistakes. Oh, the frustration must be building for Just Insert. They've just lost first position to Robin Overbeck and they're going to have to work hard to get it back. This is what separates the best from the rest. These drivers are demonstrating their racecraft, searching for any weakness to exploit. It's a true test of skill. This is where the race gets really interesting. Megasaurus 55 is closing in on Roll Postma.
The gap between them is now just over 0.7 seconds. Who will come out on top?
A great pass for Megasaurus 55 as they pick off other drivers and move up the field. Meanwhile, Roll Postma has lost ground.
Yes, but Megasaurus 55 can't rest on their laurels. They have to keep pushing to consolidate their position.
This is what racing is all about, folks. 3 fearless drivers pushing their machines to the absolute limit, inches apart.
No doubt about it, Rob. The battle for supremacy between these drivers is fierce. The way they navigate through those tight corners is a testament to their skill and determination.
3 cars in perfect formation, creating a moving train on the circuit. They're using the slipstream to gain an advantage, but who will make the decisive move?
Exactly, Rob. It's like a high-stakes chess match on wheels. These drivers are analyzing every move and trying to anticipate their opponent's next move. It's a true test of their mental acuity.
Roll Postma is giving a masterclass out there, but will overconfidence be their downfall?
Indeed, Rob, pride comes before a fall. Let's see if Megasaurus 55 can capitalize on any mistake. Roll Postma is looking tougher to pass than a kidney stone, driving with the authority of a southern sheriff.
Let's talk about tire degradation. How does it affect the car's handling, and what do drivers need to do to adapt to the changing conditions?
Tire degradation can significantly impact handling, Rob. As the tires wear, the grip reduces, and drivers need to adjust their braking points, cornering speeds, and throttle application to maintain control of the car.
We got a close battle as Robin Overbeck closes in on Just Insert.
The chase between Robin Overbeck and Just Insert is like a high-speed game of tag only. The stakes are much higher.
Fans are on the edge of their seats. It doesn't get any closer than this.
These two are putting on a masterclass in precision driving. Every turn, every acceleration calculated to perfection.
It's all eyes on this battle as Roll Postma in third tries to hold off the challenge of Megasaurus 55. The gap between Megasaurus 55 and Roll Postma is razor thin as they vie for third in this nail-biting contest. Pursuit is on. Robin Overbeck is closing the gap on Just Insert, determined to claim P1.
On this asphalt battlefield, Robin Overbeck's determination is the weapon, and Just Insert is the target.
The adrenaline is pumping as Megasaurus 55 gets within striking distance of Roll Postma in their race for third. Looking at the lap times, Megasaurus 55 is not on pace with Roll Postma. Can they turn it around?
Can Megasaurus 55 turn this around?
Hold on to your seats. Armin Sunoilers turning the heat up on Megasaurus 55, closing in for the kill. This chase is as intense as a cricket match during the Ashes.
Cricket? I thought that was just a noisy bug, but seriously, it's like Game 7 of the World Series here. One important aspect here is choosing the right braking points. Robin Overbeck needs to be precise to avoid overshooting and losing valuable time.
Bloody oath, Robin Overbeck is flat out like a lizard drinking, gnawing into the gap to Just Insert down to a scant 0.8 seconds. Tactics are clearly going to play an important part in this race.
They are going to need to look after their tires and will want to keep something in them for the crucial latter stages, as their tires wear and fuel levels deplete and the handling changes.
And don't forget the track grip increases as more rubber gets laid down.
Indeed, the conditions are constantly changing and the drivers need to adapt, otherwise it can cost crucial time and jeopardize their position.
Looks like Robin Overbeck is trying to chase down Just Insert, but right now it feels a bit like my attempts at dieting. A lot of hard work with slow results. It seems like Robin Overbeck is struggling. They are not able to maintain their pace.
Can Robin Overbeck refocus and start putting in the lap times we know they are capable of?
This is where the skill and experience of the drivers really come into play. Megasaurus 55 will need to stay focused and keep pushing, even when the gap seems insurmountable. It's not over until the checkered flag drops.
Absolutely, Megasaurus 55 in fourth will need to be patient and carefully work to reduce that gap without overdriving it, as they can't afford to take unnecessary risks and risk an off or damaging their car. Let's see if they have what it takes to get back into the game here.
Watching Roll Postma try to close that gap on Robin Overbeck is like watching someone try to catch an ice cream truck on foot. Hope they've got good shoes. Fantastic racing on show here today, and it's not just the top drivers who are impressing us. Even the drivers at the back of the pack are putting up a good fight, battling it out for every position.
It's a testament to the level of competition at AssettoCorsaFriends. Even the smallest mistake can cost you valuable seconds or even lead to a crash, but these drivers are up to the challenge and they're giving it their all. It's clear that AssettoCorsaFriends really is the place to be for top quality racing.
It's hotter out there than an Aussie summer day, mate. Reckon Roll Postma can catch some shade behind Robin Overbeck?
Shade here, we call that drafting. Let's see if they can stay cool and make a move. If not, there's always the AC in the pit. You can see that car bouncing around as they ride the curbs. It's a risky move that could end in disaster.
Roll Postma's falling behind Robin Overbeck at a rate of knots. They're going to need some serious pedal power to close the gap. During your racing career, how did you determine when it was the right time to pit for fresh tyres due to tyre degradation?
It was a combination of factors, Rob. Monitoring lap times, communicating with the team about tire wear, and assessing the car's handling were all crucial in deciding when to make a pit stop for fresh tires.
You Americans have your drive-throughs. Here, Roll Postma's trying to make this a drive past on Robin Overbeck.
Well, let's see if they can supersize that pass, or if they'll just get a side of disappointment. The stopwatch doesn't lie, and the shrinking gap is telling a tale of a hunter closing in on its prize.
A solid performance from Just Insert, who is holding down first.
Yes, but they have to keep their focus and drive with intensity. There's still a long way to go in this race.
It's a game of cat and mouse out there, with Armin Sunoiler trying to find the perfect opportunity to make a move on Megasaurus 55. The gap is over a second, but every fraction counts. Can Armin Sunoiler close in enough to mount a challenge? The gap between Armin Sunoiler and Megasaurus 55 is getting smaller. It's like watching a cheetah chase its prey. Roll Postma's got Robin Overbeck in their crosshairs. It's not looking good for Roll Postma. They are still behind Robin Overbeck and the gap is increasing. They are going to need to dig a bit deeper to turn this around. As Armin Sunoiler trails Megasaurus 55, it's a bit reminiscent of my cat chasing a laser point. Determined, but always just a tad behind. Armin Sunoiler and Megasaurus 55 have a gap between them that's growing like Jack's beanstalk. We're talking 82.3 seconds now. This isn't just racing, it's a duel. Watch as Roll Postma zeroes in on Robin Overbeck, blade sharpened and ready. The gap between Robin Overbeck and Roel Postma may be wide, but that doesn't mean Robin Overbeck is safe. They have to keep their concentration and avoid any lapses in performance.
Absolutely. And on the other side of the equation, Roel Postma can't afford to let up. They have to drive with intensity and focus and wait for any opportunity to arise.
Buckle up, Hal. Roel Postma is cutting into Robin Overbeck's lead like a hot knife through butter. It's now down to 0.9 seconds. The tension is building as Roel Postma trails behind Robin Overbeck. The gap is slowly but surely decreasing, and the pressure is mounting. Can Robin Overbeck hold on, or will Roel Postma be able to close them down? It's game on now. Roel Postma has closed the gap to Robin Overbeck. It's now down to 0.9 seconds.
Just what Roel Postma needed, like sweet tea on a hot day. Can't let Robin Overbeck out of sight for too long.
Just insert is placed first at the moment.
That's right. They can't afford to make any mistakes or let up in their performance. Every point counts in this championship.
Strart just inserts driving like they've stolen it, putting some serious distance between themselves and Robin Overbeck. Is there anything left in Robin Overbeck's tank?
Just insert is holding the fort pretty darn well, making it a long haul for Robin Overbeck to reel them in.
The track conditions are looking good here today. The drivers will be able to push the cars to the limit, and it's going to make for some exciting racing. This is where the skill and precision of the drivers really comes into play. Roel Postma is chasing Robin Overbeck in P2.
They say pressure makes diamonds. Well, Roel Postma's shining bright, closing in with every heartbeat.
The gap between Armin Suneuler in 5th and Megasaurus 55 remains over a second, but Armin Suneuler is not letting up. They're pushing hard and looking for any opportunity to close the gap up. Can they pull it back in the remaining 7 minutes? Like a scene from a thriller, Roel Postma's on Robin Overbeck's tail, hungry for that spot. It seems like Roel Postma is pushing. They are on for recording their best lap so far this race.
Can Roel Postma keep it together?
It's a battle of wills out there, with Armin Suneuler trying to outsmart and outmaneuver Megasaurus 55. The gap is slowly closing, but time is running out. Will we see a dramatic finish to this race? Good news for Armin Suneuler, the gap to Megasaurus 55 has decreased. It's now down to 69.4 seconds.
This is what racing is all about. It's anyone's game at this point. Who will come out on top?
Looks like Roel Postma is really pushing it to the limit. They're taking those curbs aggressively, but that can unsettle the car and cause handling issues.
Indeed, taking too much curb can upset the car's balance, leading to oversteer or understeer. It's all about finding the right balance between speed and control.
In a race where seconds count, Armin Suneuler is counting on less of them between themselves and Megasaurus 55, much like I'm counting on less seconds until lunchtime.
It's going to be tough for Armin Suneuler, as Megasaurus 55 seems to have found their rhythm. But anything can happen in racing, and we've seen Armin Suneuler pull off some impressive moves before. I'm excited to see if they can make it happen again.
Armin Suneuler is pushing hard and has reduced the gap to Megasaurus 55 to 76.7 seconds. In your experience, Hal, what was the most important aspect of managing tire degradation during a race?
The most important aspect, Rob, was maintaining a good balance between pushing hard and conserving tires. Finding the sweet spot between aggression and tire preservation was key to optimizing race pace and strategy.
Roel Postma is on a mission, chasing Robin Overbeck, who's desperately trying to stay ahead.
This is more than a race, it's a battle of wills, of nerve, of sheer determination.
Struth, Roll Postma's not here to muck about. The gap to Robin Overbeck is dropping faster than a hot pie at the footy, now at 0.4 seconds.
This is where the pressure really starts to build. Both drivers will need to stay calm and focused if they want to come out on top.
You can feel the tension in the air.
The drivers are all focused, putting everything on the line for a chance at victory, pushing themselves and their machines to the limit.
And let's not forget about the incredible machines themselves.
Absolutely, it's amazing to think about the kind of engineering and innovation that goes into making these vehicles. But it all comes down to the drivers who have to be able to handle the power and speed. It's going to be thrilling seeing how this race turns out.
It's the classic cat and mouse game, but instead of cheese, the prize is a racing position. Can Roll Postma NAB it from Robin Overbeck?
Nail-biting indeed. I've already chewed through half of mine, and while Royal Postma is going for gold, I'll be going for a mannequin.
The action is heating up here as Robin Overbeck is in second, defending from Roll Postma, who is only 0.7 seconds away. A commanding performance from Robin Overbeck, who has increased their lead over Roll Postma, putting them firmly in their rearview mirrors. But could they be pushing too hard? As with that comes the risk of overconfidence and losing control. Who will be the first to get too cocky and end up in the wall?
That's a really strong performance from Robin Overbeck. They're not giving Royal Postma any chances to catch up.
The pressure is on for Roll Postma as they try to catch up to Robin Overbeck. Well, don't come the raw prawn. Roll Postma's giving it some stick, pulling Robin Overbeck into a mere 0.5 seconds. The gap might be more than a second, but Megasaurus 55 is showing persistence. Kind of like me trying to open a pickle jar. Keep at it, and something's got to give. No room for error here. Roll Postma is breathing down the neck of Robin Overbeck, waiting for the perfect chance to make their move. It's not coming up roses for Roll Postma. They're trailing Robin Overbeck and the gap's on the rise. They don't seem to have a response. It's like bringing a knife to a gunfight. The crowd is on tender hooks as Megasaurus 55 in fourth chases after Roll Postma. The gap is just over a second, and you can feel the tension in the air. Can Megasaurus 55 find a way to catch up? Wow, Roll Postma is really pushing hard to catch up to Robin Overbeck. There's blood in the water for second place.
With the way Royal Postma is stalking Robin Overbeck, you'd think they're trying to figure out what they had for breakfast this morning.
Roll Postma's on the back foot here, struggling to keep up with Robin Overbeck like a dingo after a roadrunner. As the race settles down, the drivers are really going at it.
It's like watching a high-speed game of chess. One wrong move and it could be game over. But these drivers are masters of their craft, always thinking 3 steps ahead.
That's right, and with the way they're maneuvering those cars, it's like they have superpowers.
It's almost like they have the power of flight, but instead of flying, they're speeding down the track like rockets.
I wonder if they have any spare rocket boosters for sale. The tension is thick enough to cut with a knife. Roll Postma's inching ever closer to Robin Overbeck.
It's a dance of titans, a symphony of engines, and Royal Postma's tempo is rising.
It's like watching two predators circling each other, waiting for the perfect moment to pounce. With steely determination and laser focus, Roll Postma is homing in on Robin Overbeck. The battle lines are drawn. The chase music's playing in Armin Sunoiler's head as they reel in Megasaurus 55, moment by nail-biting moment. I tell you what, Armin Sunoiler has got more problems than a maths book right now. Megasaurus 55 is leaving M in a cloud of dust. Wow, Just Insert is really pushing hard in these final moments. It's all over. Just Insert has claimed victory in this race with a stunning drive that will be remembered for years to come. Clearly at the top of their game right now. Robin Overbeck takes second place with a fantastic race. Well done to Roll Postma for securing third place on the podium. With Megasaurus 55 in fourth. Fifth sees Armin Sunoiler.